Hi,
Hi.
what you're going to talk about today?
Well, last time we talked about something very serious and boring, so today we will be talking about something more interesting and attractive. Let's talk about money. Well, we're not going to tell you how to make money or
No, you actually telling people how to make
right.
money.
Okay, we are not talking about any money creating magic, but we will be going to talk about how you should properly worship and make offerings to Zambala, i.e., the god of wealth, the god of fortune in the Tibetan Buddhism. If you have no idea or if you do not remember how Zambala looks like, we have a Zambala here. This is
Yes.
the most general and popular Zambala, i.e., the yellow Zambala. Yes, because other than the yellow Zambala, we have black Zambala, red Zambala, white Zambala, and green Zambala. And of course, we have other uh, gods and Buddhas in Tibetan Buddhism that has some sort of relationship with money. But for most people, the first money god, god of fortune, they know is the yellow Zambala. So we'll be talking about how you should be making offerings to Zambala. If you have read our previous videos, I assume that you may have an altar at your home, and I also assume that you would have at least the basic tools and stuffs on the altar, i.e. the incense burner, the offering grails, uh, cups, lights, fruits, something like that. Well, so when we talk about making offerings to the gods and to the Buddhas, usually we use water, we use flowers, fruits, candies. Um, Mostly we involve these, but when we talk about Zambala or any god of wealth, because in Tibetan Buddhism, most god of fortune they have uh, they show themselves in a very angry and fierce um, look. So Zambala is already very peaceful. So if you have a chance to look at the Mahakala or look at the Black Zambala, they look much more angrier. So when we make offerings to these gods and Buddhas, we very often will use alcoholic drinks. There's no hard rule on what types of alcoholic drinks we use, but the most common uh, wine we use is a usual red wine. But we have heard some feedbacks from our customers who have bought Zambala statue from us. Initially, they use red wine to make offerings, and yeah, they feel that it's quite effective and they make some money. And then they switch to Japanese sake, and it still works and it works better. So, and then he changed to shochu and whiskeys, and it works even better. And now they are offering XO and cognac, VSOP, very expensive brandy. Quite interesting and quite happy to hear that the Zambala is actually giving them money. We are not saying that you should be using the most expensive wine or alcoholic drinks to make an offering. It all depends on what you want to offer to the gods. But it's just you just need to know it's usual and it's common for people to give use alcoholic drinks to offer to the Zambala. So even, no matter whether you have a yellow Zambala or black Zambala or other Zambala, you can just use alcohol. You use your booze and something you would drink yourself. So and then uh, if you want them to enjoy as much as you do, then I believe they will give you what you really need. Not necessarily what you want, but at least they will give you what you need. Right. So, and other than alcohol and then alcoholic drink, you can also use milk because in the text said Zambala has the yellow Zambala has some pain and suffering in his toe, and for Black Zambala, he felt a lot of burning, and burnt heat in his chest. So in puja, in Zambala puja, we have a session of milk offerings, and each participant of the puja would come out and pour milk on the Zambala, and some even would visualize and imagine that the milk would ease the pain on the toe of Zambala or in the chest of the black Zambala. So it's all something from your heart. If you want to give as much as possible to the gods, then that's how you should be doing your offerings. And even if you cannot afford any expensive wine or alcoholic booze, it's completely fine because the gods are not greedy and they do not really need those expensive booze. They just want you to have a compassionate heart and a faithful and happy mind to continue your Buddhism practice, and of course the most important offerings is you should help those in need. You should help the others. The more money Zambala gives you, he is equally expecting you to use those money to help as many people as you can. Otherwise, why should the Zambala give you more money?
What if people don't have an altar?
Well, if you don't have an altar, then of course you cannot do the very formal offering. So do come to our shop and we have a Zambala for you to make offerings, and we occasionally have Zambala Puja. We just had one yesterday night, so participate more. And it's completely fine that you do not have an altar and do not have a Zambala statue at home. You can still come to our place and get a very tiny Zambala, little tanka, and even if you do not have those, it's still fine. But just remember, you should keep reciting and practicing Zambala's mantra and remember Zambala's teaching. Whenever you get money that you really don't need, or if you have some extra money, just donate it or use it to help the others, then eventually you will be receiving a lot of Zambala's blessings. Right.
Yeah.
So that's how we should properly be making offerings to the Zambala, and that's exactly what Zambala expects from us. So congratulations if you have been making more money after worshipping Zambala, but remember Zambala will be able to take back those if you become selfish. Right. So next time we'll be talking about something else. Thank you for watching this video and see you next time.
Please like us and leave us comments.